this is Dani Bowman, and this is Hayden from TheCoasterViews, and he invited me for a private tour of the Joel Magee Art Gallery, which has a collection of all the Disneyland memorabilia from over the years.
So, these are the original paintings from the elevator in the Haunted Mansion. They hand painted them, and these are the hand painted ones back from 60s and 70s. And then they went to printing them on canvas, and then they went to printing everything on paper, even the frame. But these are some of the originals, and when they would wear out, like you can see that one's getting a little bit beat up, the one on the left there, they would just cut them out and put a new one in. And that's how they would do that. They're very rare, very hard to get. And that's an original tombstone from Tokyo Disneyland. That used to be in the thing over there. And then, you know, this is the Haunted Mansion. They call it the Doom Buggy. And it was what you would ride in. So they use these also for Adventures Thru Inner Space and a bunch of the older rides. It's a very good thing. And this is an original control panel from the ride. Let me see how the power is back there. Hold on a second.
So the original control panel, I see.
That's
so
one of them, yeah. That one actually, that was set up so if there's a problem with the ride, plug it in for you.
So it lights up, I see.
It does light up, and just like there's a problem with the ride.
Playful spooks have interrupted our tour. Please remain seated in your Doom Buggy. We will proceed in just a moment.
They would hit one of those buttons to let you know, stay in your car, don't get out, don't panic, everything's fine. And that's what they did for that. And these guys, well, you would get one of these in your cart with you at the end of the ride, to show up in the mirror behind you. This monkey was one of many monkeys that were up in the attic of the Haunted Mansion, all clanging away to freak you out as you went up into the attic. But when they moved them out, they created the tombstone for them that was put into the pet cemetery. And interestingly, the tombstone is actually made of one of these toy monkeys that has been sprayed with some sort of coating. You can actually see it has jointed arms and everything. In Adventureland, you find things like the Jungle Cruise. And these are all items from the Jungle Cruise right here. Posters and costumes and props, these shrunken heads. The mummy's not for the Jungle Cruise, but I just like to look cool there. And then before they build a ride, the Imagineers, the guy who worked with Walt or work at the park now, they build a model. So this is the model for the Indiana Jones ride. And you start down below, and you end up here when this boulder's chasing you, right up here. The fabulous Tiki Room. This is one of the original posters for the Tiki Room, and that's one of the original posters. And these are the original birds.
Yes.
And these birds, he was the first one to do what's called animatronics, where the birds would move with music and things like that. And so this collector had these three birds, and they had all the original parts inside to make them move. So he built this display, and he made them move.
Oh, buenos dias, señorita. My siestas are getting shorter and shorter. Oh, look at all the people. And welcome to Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
This metal boiler cover is from the park. He built everything else just to display that. Prepared country stuff here. And this is what's called an A1 animatronic. The basis is all the animatronics at Disneyland. It's like a Lego set where you can interchange all the parts to configure them any way you want. On the Peter Pan ride. And next to it, a Dumbo vehicle. These are crazy rare.
So cool.
These you wouldn't normally see get out of the park, but in the early 90s, Disney put these on eBay. This is original painting. It was used for promotion. They would have made prints of this. And I think this might have been used for one of the, when you went down the mountain, you got a photo, and you could put it in one of the envelopes. This, I think, might have been the painting for that. And it's been signed by the guy who actually helped design and build Splash Mountain, Tony Baxter.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they opened the park, a gentleman named Charles Boyer, who's one of the more well-known artists at Disneyland, made this painting. Which is sort of a big tribute to Splash Mountain. Really, very good. That's when the Matterhorn opened, and that's when the submarine voyages opened, and so that's why they had that here. And that's when the Monorail opened, and we have two little monorails.
You would order a bag of Doritos and
bag would just drop down and shoot. Ready to pick up.
Yep, they actually invented Doritos in that restaurant. That's that orange poster right there. There's only 2 of those known to exist in the world. That's one of them. That's a very rare, you picked the rarest poster on that whole wall. So that propeller and that spire are from the Small World, and then he built the stand with the numbers on it to display them. And that is Rolly Crump's original model for the front of Small World.
Wow.
Very amazing.
Incredible.
And these are 4 original Small World dolls. This piece drives me every time. I love this piece. The only thing here from Tower of Terror is that floor gauge up at the top. You have here a Monorail's captain's chair. And again, he's displayed beautifully. This is actually from Walt Disney World. Has the whole control panel here, and of course, you can come back here and it lights up. And even better than that.
Welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Express Monorail, our highway in the sky to the Magic Kingdom. For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors. For the comfort of others, no smoking, please.
Great, isn't it?
Yes.
So,
Great.
these are from Carousel of Progress. Very rare to get anything from that ride.
66 Thru Inner Space.
That's right.
From the now controversial Monsanto, because they made war chemicals.
Yeah, that's right. It was actually all of Tomorrowland right around that time. They brought in Carousel of Progress from the World's Fair.
This brought back so much memories.